Oh, I see. The different colors because the original is different. Right, so how many of these samples change? Got it. How many times we resample? Yeah, so here we resample all of them, so we resample 4 of them. That is a weird notation. Okay. Okay. So here we're sampling, I guess, from there and from there, then from there and from there. Whereas here, yeah, okay, I think I get the notation. That's kind of weird. I think we want to do this. So here we want do we need anything other than size? I think what we need is size t ylen. No, size t samples, size t I guess we want like URes and VRes. Something like that. That's not quite right, because the resolution's in the XY plane, not the UV plane. Yeah, so I guess we'll go XRes, YRes, something like that. I think we still want this stuff though, like the width, height, and depth. I don't think depth matters, but the width and height still matter. On-site int, eh? Because I think we do still want a width and height for the resulting frame or packet. The packet we produce should still have a width and height. But I guess we can get that from the video buffer. We kind of don't need to store it twice. So what I want is I want the vbuff equals, here we go. And so vbuff I. Yeah, so now we need width times height samples. Yeah, let's do it in here. So what we're gonna do is eventually x context.yiv equals, no, I want to do that earlier. Yeah. Probably here. So I want this to be YUV, and this should be YUV frame. Couldn't allocate YUVs. Go free YUVs. Oh no, this should be free V previews, and this should be free V YUVs. Is it just YUVs? I don't know. What did I call it? V YUV? Sure. And then V previews. Because after we allocate that, we have every YUV free x context dot vyuv x context dot vyuv equals null. Okay. So then in here, yeah, I guess after we what's VB? It's a video buffer. Right. So I guess what I'll want is a struct YUV frame and then I'll want to go so if so here what we want is we want size is equal to vb.width times vb.height, and we already know there's enough space for that because we did this up here. So if this is equal to null, then we can sprintf buff couldn't allocate u times u buffer, and we can reuse the width and height, and this should be go to free buff, I guess, I don't know, free VP buff. So in free VP buff, free VP buff, it should be free x context dot v preview I dot buff x context dot v preview I buff equals null. Okay. Right. Right, because it's not one buffer, it's now multiple because it's planar. Which is pretty annoying. I'm not sure what the best way of doing that is. It's probably just using this directly rather than copying it into an intermediate buffer. Which pretty cringe. Can I go up? No. I think I can, I just not sure how to do it. Oh, yeah. It's probably easier just to do it this way. I think that's probably the way to do it here as well. I could probably have skipped the video buffer altogether. So let's go x context v of I dot y v free vp buff, and then we go, yeah, and then we want to copy this, but instead we want u, and then here we want free v of y, and here we want u, and here we want v, and here we want free v of y to free x context v of I dot y, and then we want to set it to null, and actually they should be up here. Free v of u, which should be pretty similar, but with the u. And then after that, we want to set dot samples to size, and what else do we have other than samples? I think it was the resolution, right? Yeah. I'm not sure what the best way to represent this is for what I'm going to do. I feel like I shouldn't be shackled to the interesting notational decisions of the past, but deviating from notation is an interesting choice. Okay. Okay, so that's just allocating the buffers. So now we should, not during blending windows, but during compositing. Probably actually after compositing. Probably here. In fact, we're going to skip over that. Yeah. And then what we're going to do is convert from RGB A to YUV. Okay. And we're going to do this. So what we're going to go is go for I equals, we're going to need an I and J. We already have an I for some reason. Fair enough. So we're going to need an I and J.